So have massive expectations coming
They do.
towards them. You know, really close endeavors when it came to their performances. Somehow not able to scramble up a victory, but now it's redemption time for them. And what a way to start this off with their own map pick, right? Bind, getting us directly into the action as they want to take things onwards from the attacking side. Already kind of a default approach from them.
Absolutely. The same as usual. Nothing has changed really in the pistols around we see right here. The big X marks where it goes, or does it, is the question. As not too much control has been taken by both parties. There comes the last for 20 seconds. Little dog clears out a bit of Belong, and Fokus gained a slight bit of information, but that dog didn't see a thing. And so both have basically a veiled map, no idea where someone lays. Lewis could be the first one that takes an approach, but nothing has happened. That could be the first duel, and the show starts.
Ooh. Yeah, well, your boy Lewis has gotten it done, putting Wells on the map straight out of the bat here. So that's what you want to see. They do spread out a little bit to try and take over the advantage, the space that Fokus have already taken it over, but it seems they want to continue. The time is now. Do not let these rotations come in quick enough. So, well, here come the first instances of the paint shells. Bucher won't be able to do anything about that just yet. Capsy opening these things up. Got B as well. Yugi gets the job done onto that far end. Now has Heaven control, and he's just hitting off heads. Yugi, a wonderful way to start off this map.
Of course, we're going to start with Yugi getting a 4K with a Sheriff, right? What other fashion tend to elaborate what has been said on the desk? Yugi being that X factor that has been brought onto the roster. And we've talked a lot about what Fokus have done and how how versatile Fong is. That was all initiated by Yugi joining the roster. He was the man that forced a lot of the players to change up their agents, to take a different approach. Did it pay off so far? Yes, it did. But it has to pay off, Pavlos, on pretty much, let's say, 2 maps. If Fokus make it easy, it has to work continuously on 2 maps. And if there's an antidote from Big to that Yugi guy, we'll see. The first thing I see is a push for Bath.
Yeah, the first concoction to that potion is aggression so far. Aslan will be able to take out 1, but it's to the death of Caspen. A little bit overwhelmed with his multiple angles there. Your boy Lois has to fall, which means there is some potential here from Big. Getting that spike down, Obnox heavily damaged up. Iluri now finding the space towards Yuho. We'll have free reign to take everybody else down. Now waiting for reinforcements. Trailblazer right after them. That's going to make it a little bit more difficult. Little bit dwindling. They're running out of bullets, but they've got the ghosts. They've got the reinforcements. They've got the weapons, and they'll get the defuse as well.
Yeah, it was still a solid round, right? And this is what I liked about Big. When I took a look back on how they played, for example, those bonuses or those forces in the regular VCT season, they still went back to their methodical approach, being very calm, very collected, and like, yeah, maybe we attack, but maybe we just wait out for them to push. And they've just hit, they've just directly swapped it up, directly went full speed into Bath, and with that, they've got themselves a decent round. They got the spike down, collected an orb, collected a few kills, so on and so on. That's a good start to something that should have never went their way. But this right now is Big doing it differently. If they were hitting one site properly, Pavlos, it was B, through Hookah, through Belong. They were going there fast, they were going there swift, and they might just keen to once more replicate exactly that.
One of the key instruments of their takes here. Now with a better weaponry, swing out. Ooh, Iluri holds on and presses the D key to carry on with a second. Oh, okay, just drive-by kills all of a sudden. Is that a Volvo peak, Ferrari peak, whatever it was, it worked. And now 3 players left for the Big side. You praise them, but it may have been a little bit too soon. Look at Godby now, rotating around. He's been spotted, looking to kind of get himself an advantage. But they're focused. They've gotten the kills, and now they've backed away.
And whilst all of that is happening, Pavlos, Bucher is taking all the space towards Spa. If he realizes nothing is that Big default approach, they've all went for it. If you take a look at a few watts, they have realized exactly that is the case. And it gives me the vibe of an ugly lurky kill from Bucher once he realizes.
Oh yeah, even if they're allowed access to that site, there's a very instantaneous pincer that could follow through. And if you're focused right now, you know that that piece of arsenal, it can be perfect for this. So Big are pretty much walking into a trap right now, making it onto the site. Bucher swings by, but in timing doesn't peek out, finds another head, and he's still there to cause pressure. Excellently done. Spike goes down, but surely they can't hold this.
And that makes the impossible just more impossible, because your smoker is dead. Denying any space, eliminated. That chance is out of the window. And they're taking the risk. They're going a little further.
Yeah, they're wanting to push up here. The only way they gain space, the only way to kind of hold on is by getting kills. But what they do not know is that everybody's approaching from the short side. Godby asked to fall, which means Caspe, he's got a very difficult task in his hands. Even though he makes a glorious kill go his way, the rest shall not. And Fokus find a third.
Oh, look at that. They do their classic B execute, and suddenly, because, you know, obviously I'm the representative of automotive jokes, Volvo is Swedish, not Finnish, just to make sure, right? I don't even want to go there.
I'm sorry.
I don't
Northern
even...
Europe. Potato.
Yeah,
I know
totally.
everybody will hate me for that, but
Totally. No, because Finland also belongs to Scandinavia, right?
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
don't. All wrong.
All right.
Either way.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Hey, no worries. That's why I'm here. You know, that's one of the reasons why I'm here. Brilliant stuff by Bucher, though. He played it patient. He waited for the exact sound cue, because he always could have peeked, right? He could have always been like, oh, I'm actually moving over to get that. But he never did. That's a free O start that Fokus is looking for over on that defense.
Big looking to play aggressively here, as it's kind of anticipated of them too, but they do get a kill with a snake bite, which this makes it entertaining. They find their way onto the site,
right.
which means a spike can go down. This is within the realms of possibilities, Esht.
You see what happens here? The fast approaches on A, the fast approaches on site, more likely on A actually, seem to be fairly successful. There goes the Viper's pit down. Twistin might be in trouble.
That helps them so much. Trailblazer will assist them with this push here, but Allura is able to find the head of Twistin quick enough now. Godby and Aslan are in trouble. They haven't been able to recover good weapons here, but Aslan will make that sheriff work still. Alive with a Viper's pit, which means the snake bite will fall a little bit to the side. They're so low. Vong is barely standing okay. Now he's replenishing himself, but Yugi stacked to that 20 points of health. If they get close...
He gained info of the sky. He knows that could be problematic. He's blind, Pavlos, but he's out
Guiding
of
lights
it.
will get him out into the open. They're not touching the spike just yet, which means Aslan won't be peeking this out onto the sidelines here. Aslan makes it in and out! An ace for Aslan, puts big on the board.
That play to just not be in there. They made them believe I'm in the pit, just dodged out in the last second back onto the corner. Nobody saw him, right? He was seemingly blind, but nobody saw him. And you see that move that is coming up in just a second where he just made that change and just hit the first season with the red highlighter.
That's crazy.
That's an ace from the man who, by the way, always was the duelist of Big. And everybody raised the question, will he even be good when he goes on those more supportive characters? And he does definitely perform.
Eco, by the way.
Yeah. True. You say it. It is. That's even making it more crazier. I can't believe it, Pavlos. And there's it again. Remember the second round. They've done the same fast approach on A. And it got them to spike down with pistols, man.
I don't know if you guys can tell, but Zesh is excited.
I hate this game.
No, you don't.
No, I don't.
No, you don't.
I'm joking.
Yeah, everyone can tell, man. Everyone can see right through you right away. But yeah, it's a great game. Great Valorant.
And as that is coming in, that's a good bit of utility. Lewis can dodge it. But look at that. Do they push through? Yes, Big considers it. They're not slowed down by the snake bite at all.
Oh, they're pushing in, aren't they?
They are.
Ooh, double satchel to the backside of it. Assistance with the guiding
That's
light,
good.
but he's out into the open. Lewis holds it on. Casper on the backside. And he will be shutting down every single of the Focus defenders there. Bucher is the next play in contention, but he's only in showers. They can focus to the one side of the site for now, and they're even pushing towards spawn. Vong down to 70 points of health, but they do get the spike down.
There's one big problem. Opnox with the spike will get his orbital strike. He can get Bucher out of there if he wants to, or everybody else he wants to kill.
Unless Iluri comes in from the backside.
True.
Unless he's able to shut him down first, but they look to be comfortable to hold down this U-Haul control first.
Has free smokes, by the way. Now make it two with a Molotov as well.
And now they move in. Iluri walking forwards, looking to see if he can isolate them, but they're playing together. If they peek, they're pretty much dead at this point.
Oh, and there comes the Molly. He wants to isolate one spot, but there it's gonna be half. When is Big coming out? They do come out.
Diffused halfway. Orbital strike falling in. Wall interrupted. Guarding light looking to peek through here. Vong throws out one of his own, but they will commit to it. This is causing pressure onto them. Looking to line them up. But Opnox is accurate and Big control.
Goodness, that was a buy though, but genuinely it felt like that could have slipped any second to Focus. Any second it could have went their way. As they've gotten themselves the entry, Lewis was holding the back lines of the site perfectly. But at the end of the day, Big was not giving any target. They were not even keen to become victim of a push or a flank. None of it. Look how they walk in a group. They could have nearly lined up there if Bucher would have had one bit of, a little bit of recall control, but can't blame the man. A lot of pressure coming towards him. And this brings us to a point where Focus has pretty much nothing. So what they do, push one of the B extremities. Always done that in the past. Could have been also outside of hookah. But the daggers, Yugi is one killing machine. Well, never mind. Ignore that.
Ignore that. No, Zesh, I mean, I think this actually is going to give us a chance to calm down a bit because what happened the past few rounds was quite exciting, to say the least. Chaotic, all over the place, but not describing it badly, though, right? Because it was chaotic, but it was beautiful in essence, right? There was a plan behind it. There were ideas behind it, and the execution was even better.
It felt like a lot like controlled chaos, where a mastermind just pulls the strings, and all those strings just might become a little knot. But it just found out a way to make it all like in a way where Gop is pulling the strings and has the puppets dancing of Focus.
I thought you were going to take it to a Stephen Hawking reference with string theory or something.
No, I would have not
even close.
Pavlos,
yeah,
I'm not the science guy. Listen,
I'm sorry.
We have somebody else for that. But you know what? One thing I have to touch on, because we have the time. No, wait. We do have the time.
We do have the time.
Okay, for a second, there was one really good point Ryan had, and it was like, there's no information for Focus. Also noticeable in previous occasions of how they played this game, because they tried to sometimes make it work very hardcore with their double duelist setup, where they take a little bit more room. We saw it in the pistol, somebody like Lewis takes a white swing, and the same happens here. Focus have only one piece of utility with info, that's Fong. He always plays Garden, he always clears Garden. So from that point on, every other piece of utility has to be done by a soldier on the ground, clearing and finding intel. Everything else is not possible. And this is where big slow default, which is also a little bit BAF heavy, but not too BAF heavy, could work quite well, where they could just hope that they brought them out too much. Remember, Booker was going for a lurk over A mid. If Big realizes that and abuses that in another round where he feels like, haha, I'm going to have to flank, and I was like, nah, son, you got to sit down and learn. And that just might happen here as well.
Yeah, and I think Focus realize that they've got they're lacking in some department right away. And I think it could be that information play, like you said, gaining that, trying to find that information early and trying to make it work towards your favor.
And all of this is crazy because one man who has 0 kills is Twistin. Usually he's sort of the can opener. With the way he uses his blast packs to get on the backside of B, causing all that mayhem. He's not having been doing that so far. And that's kind of weird to see, where he's sitting on 0 after 6 rounds. This man constantly died. Surely he was trying to make and cause a bit of chaos. I remember Lewis taking him down while he was still airborne. Surely that has benefit because, you create that confusion. At the same time, from Tristan, you would expect a lot more. Maybe there's a lot more to come. If he's asleep right now and Big is still looking decent, I don't know how they are when he's awake.
New round, new frontier, buy round all across the board as now Focus have been able to damage them up on their own eco. Not a victorious round for them, but early aggression towards Showers. Just a little hit before they draw back from that fight as they realize it's heavily contested.
And there's an operator in play, Pavlos. Yugi got that thing out. And this is a hit or miss, most literally. He got to make those shots work. Big investment means big responsibility. But of course, that is Goppy for you.
Orbital strike will have to get Yugi out of the way. He really can't push towards Showers. That is why Big focus their attention towards this A site position. But Twistin is aggressing. He's not even pressing shift.
There you go.
Only W and mouse 1. Nothing else required. Showstop also available. Can't use a blast pack to play aggressive here. Caught out to the open, but Obnox is there to trade it out. Well rehearsed the machine here from this big side. And now Focus are on the back side of things at a very difficult spot. Vong only can push out here. Gets one, pushes through the incendiary snake bite at his feet. Oh, the floor is lava at this point for this man, but he's found his way. He's found an escape. He's found a corner to stay alive, but he's still not giving up hope. Guiding lights, hoping to catch someone off guard. It's more Big making a mistake at this point than Focus doing something extraordinary. And the fact that Ilori has already made the decision to back away, any of Vong's efforts there would have been in vain. So, Big find the lead.
The sniper kills are the thing about this game, right? When I was looking at the statistics about that, when I was looking at operator kills, man, Focus rely on that. Focus need those. And you know, one of the best examples where it went bad, let's put it that way, is on Icebox versus Surreal. First of all, I believe Surreal is rolling a dice on how to play Icebox. Second of all, the thing is that he got, I think on the attacking side, he got the operator 5 times overall, a lot of numbers, 5 times operator attacking side. And over those 5 times, he got 6 kills with the operator and only 2 with every other weapon. So over 12 rounds, 1 weapon determined 3/3 of his kills. I know it's a lot of numbers, but this basically means, you know, short speak, operator important, operator kill, otherwise expensive, bad choice. Made sense, Pavlos? Got
Makes
it?
a lot of sense. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. I can count.
Good. Hey, nice.
Yeah. A few steps together. We're seeing a difference in approach here from Big. Most of their attacking side rounded have been fairly aggressive, but I think they know the economic situation of Focus, right? No reason to kind of overpush.
First time I think we saw a Sky Flash come over A short, and that's interesting because this could give the wrong read to B because they might believe it is not fortified. Entry kill once more coming in through Bath, but how quick is the execute, Pavlos? How quick are they onto the site? Because the operator in Yugi's hands, that's
It's
the miracle.
dangerous. Oh, it's so dangerous. And they've already found 2 kills.
Yeah,
Okay, they
yeah.
won't be able to collect any weapons, but they've already found the numbers. A trade game can work out for them, though Bucher is isolated. And now they've opened up the A site. Maybe Caspi can kind of move towards that back end. Trailblaze also clear out these angles. Seekers, yeah, they're coming in, but he's given enough time for his team to get that spike down.
He did get that spike down. The Seekers are coming. Aslan has no idea where to look at. The entire force is over from CT and Heaven. They just approach the site soon. Not much utility besides 1 flash that can make the difference.
Guiding lights onto the site, allowing Aslan to peek through, but the Cloudburst is there to conceal it. Your boy Lewis and Vong deliver. It's the Sheriff's baby, but Caspi wants to deny it. Updraft on top. Yugi with a classic. That's how it's done by Focus. Yugi coming alive.
Goodness. And again, I believe Casper could have done it. But again, they got the entry towards Bath. This is where the show started. And maybe it was actually that 1 flash that came. You know, it's such a minor thing. It is 1 Sky Flash. And you'd be like, yeah, what does that actually matter? But if you are in the belief of the enemy has their Sky on A, you might be like, okay, B is definitely an easy target. Something's different on B. The defense on B is weakened, whatever it is. And this is what is sometimes when you anti-strat, and I believe they watch their VODs. I would be surprised if Gob did not watch a VOD, where you suddenly believe something's different. Okay, go on the other side. Bamboozled. Could have been the case. Am I a mind reader? No. Could I imagine it? Yes. And you know what I imagine as well? Early BAF control to rule out the entirety, because Big might just directly go for B because there's no default in front of BAF.
Yeah, it doesn't really stick around though, Lewis, does he? But
No.
it's made the call, right? He's falling back to the site. The early control he's gained is kind of given away because he knows there's no support, but they move towards this side. Yugi in a bit of trouble here. Will be able to dash away. Oh, but a strike not coming in time. You're dealing with a Jet, and Jets have dashes.
You say it. And suddenly they gained a lot of room towards Garden. What was that shot?
They came out of nowhere, Zesh. I have no clue. Yugi's able
on
to
it.
double it up as well. Diston needs to bring it back for his team. It could have been a lineup, but it will not be that. Focus bounced back, and it's again Yugi to be the highlight man of this round.
I thought I was in for a treat. I thought I was in for a treat with this game, but 10 rounds convinced me that this is more than a treat. Man, this is a feast so far. And I cannot stop eating from it. I cannot stop enjoying it. Pause called in from Big. Second or third B-side execute with full speed. That's what we see from them. You know, when we're talking about ecos and forces, A-side quick. We're talking about buy rounds and also sort of semi-buys. B-side quick, right? I think I said A-side, B-side, whatever. You know what I mean. And that is what matters. That is what is fascinating, because they make a lot of great things with that orbital strike in mind. For example, get the operator out of the way, deny the operator the long range space it can get. But also, Yugi has not been born yesterday. This guy has played in one of the best Danish teams in another shooter, operator, sniper player back then as well. He knows how to reposition. He knows how to take you down. And this is remarkable. This is really absolutely remarkable for me right now. Big is not 100% comfortable, and whilst that is the case, and I think once more, just gotta give a compliment for Ryan saying that, they have no info focus, but it doesn't feel like they overextend the entire time. It doesn't feel like they push and push and push to rule out. That was the first time I saw a super fast one come in from Lewis, and with the showstopper, you have every right to do so.
Well justified, 100%.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, this is a phase from Focus that we're seeing, a determined one. One which shows us, okay, if we want a challenge to enter the VCT, we might as well get to that level, perform in that way.
And look at that. Yugi starts, entry kill gain, but look how quickly Tisted has entered.
Ooh, Lewis, though, will be able to find it. Now they're in trouble. Big realize they need to act desperately here, but it's only a trade, and at this point, they will not act favorably. Lewis with an angle. Viper's Pit is coming in too late. Aslan, you need something wonderful here, but I believe it might be all in vain. Up against 4-man. Not going to be simple, but look where he's rerouted to. Going towards showers. He's got potential to catch someone off guard.
A man with the toughest task at Big when they restructured. Had to go away from his beloved duelist to now be the supporter, but can he support Big with another round?
Oh, sideline. It looks like
That's
your boy
good.
Lewis will be peeking out in time. Vong is able to get shut down, I guess. Aslan is the one to take him down in that fact, but 50 seconds against 3. Not impossible to isolate them, but it seems that FKS are putting all their eggs into one basket, all of them towards the A site. Make sure they can at least trade it out, and if it's a 1-on-3 retake, let it be. Tux is green. That's going to allow him to push through. Laurie has to drop, but as we said, they lined up their plays together, and Lewis will be able to recover with a triple.
And he had the idea. He was looking at the wall for some fool to walk out of his own screen. But then he thought, I have no time. I can't wait for any move. And then the teleporter is the nearest thing. Aslan was playing that very decently, isolating those fights. But Fokus, it works very well for them. It just works very well for them right here. Another entry from Yugi Garnert. Another one where 4,750 credits have been put so well. So, another bit of denial of a room. And look at that, Pavlos. A quick look on the minimap tells us, okay, Viper's pit down immediately. Let's put the operator to BAF. The rest of the players stay towards B. And that could be interesting because they fail again and again on A, right? Except on their 4-spike side of situations, except one round, they fail on A. B looks much more better when they explode on it. All the utility coming down. So the reinforcements are there.
This time Big playing the information game. Playing around it. Viper's Pit obviously expended from the Focus side, but it's understandable. Pushing that eliminates one of the options for Big unless they put all their resources into it, and that's going to be a hard one. Snakebite to kind of clear out one of these angles, delay the push also, but still, Big have shown their ground only towards this left side of the map, therefore Focus comfortable to leave 3 players in this direction, Zesht.
And you see right now, Yugi ruled out Bath already. Bucher can go to the teleporter any second. He could even throw a snakebite through it, but that might just not matter. Illuri himself is blind, but Lewis is on it.
Look at Lewis! A full-on 4-piece for Lewis! Takes the entirety of Big out, make it an ace as well! Focus! Stamp themselves on top!
Yesterday in his stream with Bucher, he said, you know what, I'm giving Yugi the space. I can't be that good. And the kid's coming in with an ace and a buy round of Big. That was massive.
He's playing with his toys, man.
He's playing with his toys, but they played that so well. They had that Viper ult out and a Yugi ruling out Bath. They could reinforce that B side so perfectly. And you know what? Last round, Pavlos, and we see a showstopper again. 18 kills. And his opposite side, Twistin is not even alive. Not the slightest. We're talking Yugi versus Twistin. Over on this map, it is Lewis versus Twistin. And there's definitely one guy who's right now holding the trophy.
Oh, yeah. You can say that one again. Showstopper used very early from Lewis, expecting maybe a push to come through with a toxic screen.
That's very
to
early.
Fall in.
Wait for the teleport made.
Nope. Not today. Not this time around. Twistin, though, looks to aggress here. Doing Sky Smoke, maybe? Entertaining the idea, at least, but it wouldn't be advised, let's just say that. Looking to push Bucher with a side swing, again, instantly taking down Aslan. That is your Viper now out of it, and the toxins can now no longer be used.
Yep. And that means the A anchor of Big is dead. The lurker of Big is dead. That is a clear situation. The B side, once more, the target of the Big crew.
Fully relying on Obnox's smokes right now. Looking to push away, guiding lights, double blast pack in, Twistin with a side angle. That's a good shot, but Vong in and out of battle, manages to find himself the safety with a quick pick, looking to push through, a little bit too aggressive, getting too over eager, and Big will take advantage of it. Still, equalize when it comes to the numbers, and there's also Yugi coming in from Hookah. One quick shot coming in with his updraft, but still has the operator that can do damage safely, putting the spike down in the middle of the site. But Focus have got 3 players on very different angles. Vong allowed to push through. through. Caspi has to fall. Obnox in the middle of the site, looking for the shot. Has to push through. Bucher on top. Bucher with 3. Fokus have done it again. 8 rounds this half. They're completely destroying Big.
The kid's alive, and the Macha is alive. That's the only thing that matters. He was pretty much not present, not winning too many fights. But seemingly when it matters, he's there and alive. Wonderful stuff, really. I mean, Big coming in with a decent execute. It didn't look too shabby, right? Did it? Even a bit of overextending from somebody like Lewis over there. But it is Focus really turning it around. This is a big pick. They've chosen Bind. Can I tell you real quick? Just a quick expectation. Just giving you an idea. The last time Big played Fracture, just, you know, saying we go over there and Big lose, that was in November last year. And that didn't go too well. Just saying that. Just putting that one out.
They better have that prepped.
Oh, they better do. They do. I tell you, they do have that
They
prepped.
have to, right? I mean, obviously, VCT level team, you have to. You have to expect that from them. But yeah, the tables have turned. Oh, man, Focus getting 8 out of the first half on the defense. Not too bad at all. Not what we would have expected, but man, it's the outcome we deserved.
It is. It is. So, the classic things we see, really nothing changed from a utility perspective as well, just to highlight that. Same Viper walls than before, same behavior from Twisted than before. And so they gain a bit of information. The smoke's coming in as well. I hope we have a minute once in a while to talk about that Brimstone, but let's see. A minute on the clock, and the execute might just come out.
Okay, Aslan will be getting out a lot of information there. Not many tags, so finds himself an angle. Snakebite onto the bottom end, right click onto Lewis, ends up falling due to the snakebite. Now needs to be careful from the push from sight. Dash coming through, but Bucher drops again. Focus getting most of the kills, and this is getting dangerous for Big. Through the smoke as well, Yugi. That is just disastrous. Patience. Okay.
Mortifier.
Now this is fathomable. Maybe this could happen for them, but not when they push like that. Not when they push into the crosshairs of Bucher like this. They'll do it again, but this time it's Vong's bullets to do the job. Focus start things off strong yet again with a pistol.
I love it. I'm just, you know, if you didn't notice, I'm a big fan. It's not like that. I love the team. I love Goth. At the same time,
you're also a Dach fan.
Yeah, exactly. It's a remarkable story from Focus that they're delivering right here. It's wonderful. It is amazing. Really. I love it. I really love it. I tell you right there, I just love it. And I'm keen to see what Big are now going to deliver over on their defense, because, you know, their defense versus Anonymous was looking decent, strong, amazing. Tell me whatever you want, really. They were just playing it solid. They really realized how to play solid. They realized their retake potential. They never over-rotated, none of that. But tell me what you want to do against that.
No, you
tell
just
me logically.
Just press Alt F4.
That's why I'm even sorry, because he didn't do too much wrong. It's not like horrible mistake, man. No.
Hey, it's a pistol, right? But
yeah, it is.
I want to bring something to our attention, right?
Say it.
Focus.
Yes.
3 weeks into the Valorant Regional League, did not get a win.
Yeah, they didn't. Not one.
And now they're challenging for a VCT spot. They're literally 1 match away from doing that.
Roster change seemed to work wonders from time to time, and I doubted at the beginning, but I'm a big doubter anyway. So let's see, because I'm doubting that Casper makes anything out of that. Okay, I was right for doubting, but can he get much more? No, he can't.
Yeah, just damage. Only damage, nothing else. Double digits for Focus. It's insane. They're starting to run away from Big, and now with a buy round from them, we need to expect a different outcome.
Oh, we do. Brother, we do. I'm just speechless. Man, I'm just freaking speechless. 10-4. And Big struggled with closing out maps before, but this one is not even close to being closed down. Not remotely.
This is Big's map pick for everybody just joining.
Oh, it is, man.
You can see that on the top left, by the way.
Yeah.
But it's crazy. It's crazy. It's unfolded the way they have, and now is their opportunity. Now is their chance. They cannot falter here, or else it's all lost.
I just need to tell you one thing. I think against no VCT team, they had a 4-8 attacking half. Big never had a 4-8 attacking half against any VCT team. They were flourishing when attacking.
Something tells me Focus have done their homework. Yugi.
Yeah.
Well, taking down Twist and an early swing coming in from him. Fokus will eat up these early kills for breakfast. They've gotten so many of those in this particular map.
And suddenly, as the world stands still, the clock stopped working, we're back to life, back to reality. As it all might have been just a wild dream. I didn't even expect that game to come anyway, but here we go. Casper doesn't expect what happens next as he finds one. Eager. That's a bonus. Can I just say that's a bonus, by the way?
It is a bonus, but thankfully God B is able to bring Big back in a position where they can win this round, right? He's got reinforcements coming through from Hookah. Spike making its way. No, TP'd out. Heading towards that A site. Obnox is the first player that will need to come up against this. And it seems he's making the decision. Right, if they overpick me, I'm going to take them down. But if they do not, I'm going to have to wait for my teammates. They've already arrived. Showers, Vong, spring out.
That's
there
good.
you go. Quick headshot to be found. And Lurie, though, also trading him back very, very quickly. Spike committed to easing up to the backsides of this position. Aslan swinging out, and that's an opportunity taken grandly. Lurie onto the back end, though, has to deal with one, but Godby is damaged. He's so softened up. It should be an easy cleanup.
Oh.
Diffuse, not even halfway. Lurie, a quadra kill for him. Keeps Fokus in charge.
IGL versus IGL, and Focus takes the W. That's what you want to see. Again, man, Big is just struggling so massively at this point in time. Casper once more feels a little nervous. You saw him there, you know, over there on B long. He gets a great entry for his team, but he backs off thinking that nobody must be there to trade. And that was just breaking my heart. That's just the things where suddenly Big seem nervous once more. And this is where Kundi comes in, right? They don't have a coach to just read off a strat book. He's the man who calms them all down. Even Got B can get heated. Even Got B can be the one who doesn't realize what's happening in front of him. A veiled picture of what the enemy is playing. And this is where you have the big, calm Finnish guy named Yuri. And he is there to make it possible for a team. He is there to get them back on track, but that's a marathon, Pavlos.
It is a marathon. A very long distance for them to go,
Oh,
and a
is.
very big mountain as well. Quite treacherous. Yeah. And as he said, right, God B, he's human. Albeit his experience, albeit his knowledge of the game, and he's not having the best of times right now. And Kundi is the man to get him back in. But this has to be one great pep talk, and we'll want to see that in the comms later on. Hopefully, if that video gets released at any point, it's gotta be good. It's gotta be a good pep talk.
Dude, Focus is a FIFA orc, man. They have a bit of Fortnite here and there, I believe. They didn't have an FPS team before, and they signed those kids. Started as Naughty Evil Owls with a different lineup, and now as they ended up like this, they look like one hell of a threat. But we're not there yet. In 11-4, the past history showed us that you might have just been sometimes seeing comebacks come in a magic fashion. And if Big would gain momentum, a team that usually struggles when they have momentum, that could be a miracle run, my friend. It could. Just could.
That's what I like to say. There's a reason why they're called miracles.
Why are they called miracles?
Because they rarely happen. They rarely happen.
That doesn't explain how the word
I mean,
has
not the word. I'm not going to go into the grammar of it,
Okay.
Zest.
Whatever. You know what? This is still a serious game. Get back on track. Get back on track. 50 seconds. Focus all over the place. Fong making a bit of noise towards A. And they saw it, Lurie. Yep, they might just have an idea. It might be just Obnox rotating soon, but it's not happening. Hookah control? Granted. Dodging the drone? Important. Will it even spot Lewis?
Oh, they're not
didn't.
buying it. And the Seekers can seal it as well,
Gob is
right?
rotating.
A big obfuscation.
Gob is rotating.
Caspi peeks out. He's got the idea. Now they may want to rotate, but it may be all a little bit too late. Lewis finding the shot. Blast back in. Dash away. We'll be able to find the second kill, which means they've got site control. The rest of them will find access. Yuki's so low, though, which makes it so difficult. Spike goes down, and already Big find their way back in. Already with elbow control, looking to break into this site.
That retake is not supported by the best of utility. No more smokes or a molly, but they're coming in, Pavlos, and here comes the first.
Oh, Twiston is able to trade it back quite easily. He's able to find a second one as well, which means Focus are on the back for here. 2v3. Vong went to the sideline here. Oh, there's a really good orbital strike to come through. Picking up a weapon, and that will be your downfall. Vong, all that you need. Twiston will be able to bounce back from it. Incendiary kind of delaying him, but it's misplaced. Iluri looking to peek by, and he finds it once again. Focus on 12. Focus on map points.
I can't believe what I witnessed. I'm not here to witness that. This is unreal, Pavlos. This is absurd. This is not okay. This is crime. This is robbery. And I tell you one thing. I tell you one freaking thing. It has been ages since Big lost in that fashion on the map. No, it was even against Giants where it was a 3-13. That was July of last year. And ever since, they've been looking strong on this. They've been looking phenomenal on it. But now, there's a slight chance.
Fancy being a DACH team to dethrone you like this. It's like, we're the kings of this region, baby.
I have to say more Germans on the side of Big, but I get your point, right? It's
DACH region.
Yeah, no, it's valid. I gotcha. Yeah. I gotcha. Yeah. No worries. Well, seems like they're absolutely on the roof because this is what actually DACH stands for. A 12-4. Things are looking decent, but there is one thing every man is scared of. A judge in hookah, Pavlos. That's a death sentence.
Okay. Well, it won't be confronted. Avoiding as much as he can that boom pot. Okay, doesn't want to reveal he's got a judge on that angle, but look at the rest of them though. Already the Trailblazer has moved across to the other side, and how quick are they going to be to this? Snake bites will of course delay on both ends, but soon they will deteriorate. Aslan, Lewis wanted to push through. There's a Viper's Pit also. What peeks out, Buha is on site. Obnox is there to deliver. Obnox comes off, fused with a Spectre. Showstopper now available for Twistin, but it may come in a little bit too late. Of course, they've already done the damage, and he's approaching that position, realizing where on earth did everyone go? Vong and Yugi, the only players for Focus, looking to bring things back, and it wouldn't be impossible, but it is going to be darn difficult. Big recover, at least have another round to go their way before this map ends.
Only Casper falling, Focus economy is looking dire. Illyri and Lewis can afford. They will afford. They will probably give one over as well. Nope, they won't. All right, yeah, they will. Okay, never mind. Fong is getting one. Yugi has his staggers ready. It is near to a full buy. It is close to a full buy, with Bucher also having his ult ready. And that could be strong. But you know what's also strong? Bucher pretty much is hindered and is able to use his ult close, let's say close, due to Obnox having his one, right? That orbital strike gets you out of the position quickly. And let's see if that happens. It would be a long run. This round matters. This one is crucial. Not only would Big lose if, you know, Focus takes this, but they would also hurt the economy of Focus massively. This gotta work.
Again, Big have to hold on here, have to be resilient. Guiding light. He's got on the info, but he backs away. Sky Smoke giving him more space. Pre-fires. Trailblazer has to back away. Dash from Yugi here. Looks to move in. Another piece of guiding light. Looking to move on also. Orbital strike coming a little bit too late. How much damage can it do? Caspi fighting one. Yugi onto the side. Getting his entry. Yugi with another. Godby though. Will get backstabbed himself. Gets a double here, Lewis. And now he's turned the entire script around. Aslan is all that remains. He needs something inhuman here because Focus have already done the big deeds. He's already been able to avoid a showstopper. He has to avoid the paint shawls, but he's got to do a lot more than that. 3 players up against them. A Viper's Pit, a spike to be diffused.
Oh, tough do you want it?
Aslan, you're walking on fire, and you've walked directly into the crossfire of Lewis. Focus have taken down Big's map pick for the first map in this series. What a way to